Yo. Morning. Alright, so we're gonna try 6-8 cold again today. Hopefully it's alright. Just practicing it only like once yesterday and I died 50-50. Sexy. How you doing, loaf of bread? I won't be streaming 8 hours like I did last time whenever I was doing this. If we don't get it, I gotta let it go because I got truck in the morning, so means I gotta start at like 3 in the morning tomorrow for work, so I have to actually go to bed at a halfway normal-ish attempted time. Oh really? Dang. Golden runs. Some of us got all the mad skills, huh? Some of us are just built different. You know what though? I'm built really well for repeating 6A. I'm gonna set a new record. Hey Sumo, how you doing? New record for 6A golden reruns. Don't worry, I'm still waking up. It's fine. I expect that first thing. Oh, that's some serious editing. Did you sleep at all? Morning, Ryler. Ooh. I was just wondering with all that editing, I was like, is it possible? You're just like a master editor, huh? Whee! Taking that trip a lot. Oh, is it as long? Yeah, I was in the last room like 5 times on Tuesday, and I kept trying to go anyway, just because every time I was about ready to stop, I was like, oh, well, I'll just go again, because I almost made it, and then I wouldn't make it, and then I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna stop, and then I'd almost make it again, and it hurt. Okay, tiny bit shorter than 70? Okay. So, I'm just gonna try my best to take today as, chill as possible, regardless of whether I make or not. I made it to the last room and died too many times to, okay. To, let myself be too flustered about it anymore. I'm just gonna take it. I know one of these runs, eventually, it'll just kind of happen, so I'm just gonna try and take it that low-key today. I know the title says Salty Runback Edition, but that's more of, play on the fact I spent so long Tuesday trying it, and then I kept getting so close, and then I'd have to repeat, because I was like, damn. Although having that day between for All Night was actually kind of nice. Even though Path of Pain was painful at times. Oof. since this is the last official stream of the week, I'm probably just gonna take it a little chill. There's always a chance I could do a late night stream kind of deal later this weekend, but it won't be tonight because I gotta get a bit late. Huh? Oh, okay. Well, I hope it works out for you, Sumo. I hope, you know. Hope that doesn't happen. Yeah. Well, I kind of did it to myself because I waited around in that room. Normally I just go for it. But, yeah. I ain't worried about that. We're still, like, I just started. It takes me a little bit to kind of wake up and get back in the rhythm. So, it's fine. I'm not sweating, dying there. I'm always a little off first few tries, because it just, I don't know, something about it takes me a little bit. I'll have a really silly death I wouldn't normally have later in runs here or there. And that room's always, thanks Sumo, I appreciate the lurk. That room's always prone to being, you know, like, it's a room I can die in. I don't sweat it. If I would have just gone right off, there's a certain, like, it has a certain pattern that I probably would have been fine with. But because I waited around, the pinballs move in ways I won't be able to see until I get over there, whereas I have it kind of set out if I just go into the room and go. But again, I want to try and keep today a little more low-key, whether I make it or not, and not just, like, stress or press myself too much about making it or not making it. I found in practice I do better when I just kind of not worry about it. I mean, I've been through this level I don't know how many times now. So, I don't know. It's just a little better if I'm just more chill. I know the past few streams I've been almost here and there, especially with Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight gets me a little tilted sometimes, but again, still love the game. But so I'm going to try and go back to more low-key. Especially today, because I don't want to be stressed myself out whenever I got to get up at like freaking 3 in the morning for work tomorrow, so I'm going to do my best to kind of keep it easy. Keep it chill, you know? Plus, I mean, I've been through this level so many times, there's just no point. It's like, it's not like I'm not going to make it pretty close to or even past that again at some point anyway, so no sense being upset about it. The room that would probably still have a chance of getting me somewhat tilted is just the 50-50 room during the boss fight. That room, it annoys me because it's so weird with the steering and with the feather and like, so that room kind of annoys me because that one's literally like, hey, hopefully I make it. I have yet, and I practiced it many times, I have yet to find a way to for sure avoid the 50-50 nature of that room. Just because the feather steering is just, it is what it is. So I've kind of resigned myself to not worrying about it. And just kind of going and trying, and eventually I'll get there. But not overthinking it and being like, oh, I gotta do it now, or, you know. Or I'll lose all the skills magically and never be able to do it again. Like, that just doesn't happen, you know. I could spend a few months off and probably still have the muscle memory to at least manage to get far in it, you know. It's not like it's... Ah, you stupid fucking pinballs. But it's not like I, you know, like it really matters all that much. That's my fault. Usually I slow down there, but I don't know. It's kind of like, eh. It is what it is. I'll always have words for the pinballs and the feathers, but I'm not really that, like, I don't feel myself being like, yeah, I already knew I wasn't going to make that because I turned too long. Too wide a turn, took too long, I wasn't going to reach it, so... Yeah, it is what it is. I'm going to try not to be too heated about it, really. I'll eventually get through this. I mean, I kind of I only practiced it once last night, and I literally just did one run, and then I died in the stupid 50-50 room, the boss room, and I just said, okay, cool. It's always that room. Whenever I do get to the boss, it's like, if I'm gonna die, it's more often than not in that room. For people who don't know, when I get back there finally, I will explain what I'm talking about when I say the 50-50 room. I only call it the 50-50 room because it's about how often and randomly I make it or don't make it through it. Maybe I'll get back there eventually, but for now, just kind of waking up. But I hope y'all have been pretty good. It's end of the week too, so but I know I got one more truck shift tomorrow. It'll be my last truck shift, so it'll be the last time I should hopefully have to get up at 3 in the morning to work in a while, if ever again. So that's kind of nice. Although I kind of prefer that shift because I just don't have to deal with people outside of my crew, and they're cool, so I have no problem with them. But there's no customers because I'm out before the store opens usually. So, and even when we are there, we're busy doing stocking, so we're barely interacting with anybody. Yeah, so it's all chill. But I'm gonna miss being on that shift because, you have to get up at a stupid early hour. It's just kind of nice being able to, get it out of the way and chilling. The rest of the day, I'm usually walking home by the time everybody else I see is driving to work, and I'm just sitting there like, we're going to work. I'm gonna go home, get a shower, probably take a nap. Because likely chances are I probably didn't sleep all the night before because it's hard to go to sleep in the middle of summer. It's hot and super bright until almost like 10 p.m. So, and then you gotta get up at 3 in the morning, so it's like it's not a lot of time to try to sleep. Eventually, I'll get a mode here where this stuff is just kind of where I don't have to think about things. I have to do stupid stuff like that. But since I did do something stupid like that, I'm gonna get some coffee. Because coffee's yummy. But yeah, we're getting further on Hollow Knight. All we finished up was the Path of Pain White House yesterday, but we're getting close. We're at like 79 out of 112%, so we are making progress. I've got my next late night stream game selected, and it's In Sound Mind. I've never played that game, but I've been wanting to, and I picked it up on sale like years ago, but I just never got around to it, and so I'm excited about that. I don't know what night that's going to be, because the thing about late night streams are late night streams and they're pretty random, so, but I do plan on playing through the whole thing over time, so I just don't know what nights. Probably start doing that more regularly soon enough, because obviously I'm about to have the ability to here soon, so yeah. I'm usually awake anyway, but I can't do it on a truck night because, I almost did it last night, but then I was like, I'm kind of tired, so I'll just chill. And I went to bed about midnight last night. Woke up about, 6:30, so 6.5 hours is pretty good for me. I usually average about 6 hours at most. And it was straight sleep for once. It wasn't like I woke up several times or anything. So I knew I was actually tired. Then I kind of just woke up, kind of tried to wake up, get around, and eat breakfast, that sort of stuff. And I'm still kind of half waking up, at least like with this, I'm still like, and I'm here now, so yeah, I want to kind of keep that alive again. I usually have it, but I know the last few streams I got a little tilted, especially at a Hollow Knight, because, certain troll stuff. Ironically, trolling is actually what calmed me down yesterday on Hollow Knight because when I got to the end of the Path of Pain and there was the ambush and it killed me because I kind of spazzed and was like, what the heck? I was kind of in shock for a second, so I just stood there and died basically. And then I had to run the whole thing pretty much again, other than the one part where you got the shortcut. That actually made me laugh, so that helped. I don't know why, I just respect a good troll in a video game. So, it's kind of like with the banker lady. She steals your stuff with the cardboard bank. That just kind of makes me laugh. I think it's maybe because the unseriousness of it all kind of tells you like, oh yeah, y'all, the devs are trolling, and I mean, they're just kind of showing you, oh man, remember, it's just a game. I think that's what it does for me, and that's why I'm like laughing about it a lot of the time. Alright, there we go. That's how that was supposed to go. I've actually kind of just accepted that 6A Golden is just kind of my home now. So, until I decide it's time for me to leave it, there's no sense in me being angry at it, you know? There we go, subs box. You know, Granny, I came back here for about the bajillionth time. Alright, well, let's have fun with that. We going down here. Bonk. Throw always cracks me up. It's not even that I'm waking up, it's like it takes a second for my muscle memory to wake up, kick in. It's like, oh, we're doing this again? Oh, okay. As weird as that sounds. It's like it takes a sec for my hands to like be like, oh, yeah, we're doing this. And then get back in the rhythm of it. So when I have a few runs where I just kind of whiff and screw something up early, I don't really sweat it. Especially if I've just started. If it's like later in the run and I've been going for hours, then yeah, it's a little more like, what the fuck. Even then, it's like, at that point, you might as well just kind of laugh about it, right? What's the, if you feel right there, what's the hardest thing you've done in a Celeste loaf of bread? I'm just curious. And if it's something PC related, then just tell me what it's comparable to. Thank you. Hey actually it's hey whatever. It's fun either way. Oh, I said, what's the hardest thing you've done in Celeste so far? No worries. Ah. So what would you say that's comparable to? Oh, you stinking. See, I normally, when I'm in there, I just go for her right off on purpose. But you know, still waking up, so I do something silly. Oh, dang. That sounds actually kind of fun, to be honest. Yeah, I have a rule in that room that you attack her right off, but, again, not all there yet, so... I could also just be tired from the week. Debo, how you doing? Oh, I bet it is. know. I don't know. I mean, like a lot of this stuff, hardest base game thing I've done is Chapter 1 Double Golden. Yeah, I bet that was a task and a half. That would be super hard. So many things I would not have done nearly as quickly without Debo's always sage advice in both Celeste and Hollow Knight. That's impressive. Yeah, I thought Farewell was probably the one you're missing. I mean, obviously, if someone says 201, it means they're missing Farewell. Once you know the cycles. It's true, actually. Just the level in general. I haven't done Golden yet, but yeah. I still kind of don't like 8A and B's seeming randomness, but you are right. You start to catch on to certain cycles after a while. Doesn't make me love the levels anymore, but I do love 8C. 8C just has a nice flow to it. It's like the one, like 8 level I actually like loved. The other two I had my moments where it's like some of it's cool, but then like for the most part I was like, ugh. Hold up, I'll look in a sec. I can't. Yeah, I agree. I don't like Chapter 8A and B. Like, I don't hate them, but I don't love them. They're probably my two least favorite, actually. But C, 8C is just, oh, it's a beautiful, beautiful time. Probably help if I wasn't sitting on the edge of the couch. It's not conducive to comfortable. I think I just didn't care for 8's vibe as a whole until I hit 8C. You know, it's funny when you're redoing things in Celeste. After a while, just 2.5 hours really doesn't seem that long because it flies by. Especially once you really start getting into like a little almost trance-like state doing things. You're just kind of like, oh, damn. Where'd all the time go? When you're starting out, it's like, damn, that's a long time to practice. Then after a while, it's like, no, it's really not. That's like easy shifts, like that short, like whenever you get a short shift at work or something, it's kind of like that. It's like, oh wow. Oh my gosh. You know what, 10 balls? I don't love you guys, but I don't hate you in this area because you're more reasonable here. They just put a lot of you here to scare you, but honestly, you guys are really helpful. Only 2 minutes long. That makes room for a lot of deaths. Yeah, that's true. That is a good point. That is a very good point. I mean, I feel like we're all, well, most of us here are pretty intimately familiar with rerunning things in Celeste in some manner, regardless of the challenge you're going for. Yeah, nice try. Kind of got a little too far back there, but that's okay, we made it. Usually I do like a forward hop back forth kind of thing over that, but yeah, it happens. Would have been funny if I fell in the hole, to be honest. I would have laughed at myself. It wouldn't have been a big deal. It's still, like, early enough, I'm not that worried about it. My goodness. Try not to overthink you. I need to let my hands do it and not, like, think about it, because when I just let the muscle memory take over, it's better. When I think about it, I overthink it, and then I start doing stupid stuff, so we're just gonna do what my normal stuff would be for these rooms and just kind of follow those strats and timings. Let the hands do it. They've got the knowledge. See, that's what you normally do there. Normally you go a little faster than I'm going right now, but I'm still kind of waking up. This room's the same no matter what. As long as you time those, it's fine. It's not that hard, it becomes like a pretty easy pattern. Reach the screen, let's see if this... You can do it. You can do it, Riley. I believe in you. If I can almost do this, you can definitely do that. And it'll feel really good when you do, I promise. Wall. I tell myself that it's a way for me to keep up with where I'm at. I know it sounds weird that every time I get there I'm like wall, whether I say it out loud or not, but it's a way for me to kind of this is the 50-50 room. And I accidentally did that with the D-pad, so yeah. I've already messed this up. Normally I don't. Normally what you're supposed to do is when you come down there, you just make her shoot up the top and you drop. And then you just bounce on that because it's already timed perfectly for you to bounce up and hit her. But I kind of messed that up. It's okay though. But I'm just saying, like, that's kind of what went wrong. She shoots faster here, so if you just kind of time her out, you'll be okay. And she's just gonna talk to you here. This room's safe. I don't think she shoots at you. I tested it in practice. She never seemed to shoot at me even when I stood there, so I don't know. I notice also when you get close to her, it almost auto sucks you into her, so a lot of it's just getting close. I knew that was going to happen at least once. That's another room where it's kind of, you have to have it perfectly timed or you're dead. But yeah, so usually if I get past that room, that's when I actually start getting like, oh, maybe there's a chance. I don't know, I make that room more times than not, but strangely enough, in practice, I usually fail that room a lot for some reason. It's gonna take me a little bit to get the timing down again. I could probably, if I really wanted to, and I probably should at some point, be like, oh yeah, I could probably find somebody who knows the exact timing and just be able to do it, but, you know, I like to just kind of learn things myself, because it's easier for me to do them. If I don't do it, even if someone's telling me how to do it, if I don't actually do it myself, I can't quite get a grasp on it. Like, my brain doesn't quite... Like, you'd be like, oh, I know how to do that, but until I've actually done it, it doesn't, like, correlate. If that makes any sense. Yeah, I don't start sweating runs until after that room, usually. If I get through that room, then I can get a little like, oh, this might be it, and then I might make me a little nervous. But I've been through even the rooms after that so much that I don't really feel the nervous part of that as much. It's just play it until it eventually executes the right way, and I do it. On Tuesday, when I was streaming way longer than I probably should have, I would frequently get to, like, close to the last room or at the last room, and I would just do something stupid. I went to the last room, and I've practiced it a billion times over. Is her stupid laser is... It is just... It seems like it has a habit of lining up perfectly with you and the feather when you're trying to do things, and you just get zapped. It is like the worst fucking feeling when you get to the last room. Especially if you start getting there fairly consistently. Yeah, consistently, it feels like pain, because then you know, you're doing this over and over again. Or at least normally it would feel pain. Tuesday it definitely felt painful. I could feel it myself. Now I don't think I would. Now I'm just kind of like, we'll give it another go. That's how long I've been in 6A Golden. I'm just, for some reason the 3s, like 3A Golden took me a long time. Now 6A Golden's taken me a long time. I imagine, obviously 9 being farewell is going to take me an eternity. So, something about the 3s. I don't know. Actually, there's a good chance 8 might take me a while too, because, you know, 8A and B are going to be a bit of a pain in the arse. Golden. C, I think I'll be able to do relatively quickly, just because C really isn't all that bad. It's got a good flow to it, and there's a pattern where you pretty much do it damn near seamlessly. I used to overthink that part so much, that first turn there. That's actually the hardest part of the room, really. But I used to overthink it so much, just the initial, like, fly into, when really you don't need to move that much. You just need to kind of set yourself up, and then you can kind of do simple steering. Which I wish you could do for the 50-50 room in the boss room, but that's just kind of squirrely no matter what you do. Whether I'm using the D-pad or the analog stick, it doesn't make a difference. It just is scary no matter what. Oh my goodness. It feels weird, because when I don't think about it, it feels like I get here really fast. It's only when I, like, overthink it. You can hop over that even if it's at its peak. I did it once out of goofiness on Tuesday, just for funsies, but I wouldn't just do it regularly. Oh my god. Yeah, when you're not thinking about it, you get back to the places that you were worried about and stuck at, like, super fast. When you think about it, it becomes RP, so then you're like, oh, I gotta go all the way back here, but if you don't, if you just kind of play it and let your hands do their thing, generally speaking, you're gonna have a easy time getting back. You just, because half the time I'm like, when I'm not thinking about it, I'm like, oh wow, look at the rim limit, I got here fast. It's only when I start thinking about what room's next that it becomes a problem. Now in the boss room, I have to think about what room's next, because if I don't do that, I'm gonna die, because I'm gonna forget where I'm at or what I'm doing, but That's a little bit different in my opinion because that requires you to kind of be on top of things. Shooting her little laser balls trying to kill me. See how it is. Rude. She's like, I don't want none of your hugs. I don't want you trying to have pity on me and stuff. Bro. From a storytelling perspective, this is actually a really cool, like, part of the game. Honestly, I think it's a fun boss fight. It's just trying to golden it is a bit more of a pain. But it's still fun. The whole level's fun. It's got a really cool flow to it, in my opinion. Just wish I had the run, you know. It would help a lot, I feel like. But, you know, we'll get there eventually. I find when I'm not putting a ton of pressure on myself, it makes it a little more feasible. Well, I half messed that up, but it's fine. The good thing about this is it's pretty easy to recover this room if you don't panic. This room, it might be a little different. But you can still recover there if you're late for whatever reason on your drop. There we go. You don't have to do what I just did there. I just do it because in my head it patterns it out a certain way, which makes it slightly easier on me. But there's no, like, requirement to do it that way. I just have certain strategies for most rooms that make them slightly easier for me. Or at least, I guess, more consistent. Like, as far as, like, how she does things. Because obviously, well, you can, kind of almost train her to do things in a way that you know the pattern that's going to come up, so it'll make it slightly easier. Whew, I got lucky. I didn't mean to dash up there. I was trying to dash further. Now here's what you're supposed to do here. Makes that room almost 100% consistent, so just don't do what I did the one time and you'll be okay. That doesn't have to be perfect. All that matters is that you eventually get in this kind of line. As long as you have her quicker burst timed out, you can pretty much make this room almost 100% consistent too. This room, the first laser is the hardest part. You get that, and it's really not hard, it's just a timing thing. You get that, it's pretty straightforward as long as you can trick her into doing that. And then obviously this room's a gimme room. So it's not like there's anything too crazy about this room. The next room's mostly a gimme room as long as you don't mess up the open. Because it's easy to run into the rock and fall under it. I've done it many a time. If you time this out, it's usually perfectly fine, because again, you get closer, it sucks you straight in there and makes you hit her. So that makes that part a little bit easier. Here it's about training her stupid balls to do what you want them to do. That's really all this is. This whole room is just a lot of training. Setting her up to do certain things so you can dodge the lasers. As long as you don't panic, you're fine. Here less so because it's still scary. You can just get her to... Yeah, that's scary. That's always scary. I've never found a way where it's not. I thought I was a little farther over, but if you can get around that, it's not actually that hard, I just messed up. If you can get around that, and you can get that first hit on her before she gets the laser off, the rest of the room is just timing where you dash so you don't accidentally dash over her or into a spike. And if you do that, it makes that room pretty straightforward, and as long as you dodge the last little platform and hit the pinball right and dash up into her, it's almost a gimme room. It's not entirely, obviously, as you saw, but the hardest part of that room is setting up the first hit. And it's because, you know, feather controls are a little squirrely no matter what you do. After that, the last room is where you... If you can get her to do it, her lasers in a certain pattern and timing, it's fine, but she's quicker in the last room, and big part of the problem is, depending on... Yeah, thanks Nightfall. Nice to see you here, by the way. A big part of the problem with that is, like, her lasers have a bad habit in the last room, and I've tried different ways to do it to see if I could change it up. Kinda can, but a lot of it's just dashing, or like dodging at the last possible second, and just somewhat RNG-ish. It's not luck-based, there's a way to do it, but it comes across mostly feeling that way because her lasers can really fuck you over in the final room, as they've done to me many a times. Or many a time, excuse me. But yeah, that other room I was in where I made the oops, I believe that was the second to last room. We'll get back there, I'm not spying that. It's just that, kinda sucks, you know, you get that far and it's like, ugh. Oh, it hurt more, I think, on Tuesday. Now that I've done it enough times, it's just like, oh, I'll get back there eventually, I'm not gonna worry about it. The hardest room in this whole entire... Besides maybe, I guess, technically the final room, because that can go a little weird and wrong in several ways. Besides that, is probably the 50-50 room and the boss room. Outside of that, everything else you can have a pretty consistent strat for, especially in the boss room. A lot of it's just not panicking. Which, of course, is very easy to panic if you get off kilter or something goes wrong and it ruins your pattern or whatever, because then you have to retrain her on the fly, and that's all. Not always a fun, easy thing to do, depending on the room you're trapped in. But yeah, it's like it's okay. We out here, right? We making it. You know what's weird? Because I have work tomorrow at 3 in the morning, but it doesn't hit the same because it's my last truck. Because I told people before on the stream our store is closed, so we're getting ready to no longer be there. So the thing is, like, normally, like, oh god, I gotta sleep at 3 in the morning. Now I'm like, oh, it's the last truck. Do I even care that, you know? Or do I even care, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just... Oh, hey, sister, nice to see ya. Thanks for coming in. But yeah, it just kind of has me like, I don't know, it doesn't have the same weight or pressure to it. But yeah, so we're running these Goldens. You know how it be. Oh, this place is my home. That's what's going on, sister. This place is my home. I have been doing this Golden run for forever. Basically how Golden Strawberries work is you collect it at the beginning of the level, and you only bank it when you beat the level without dying. So you have to go through the whole level, including a ridiculous boss fight, without dying. And you die in one hit in Celeste, so it's not like, you know, there aren't a myriad of times and ways you can die. So I've been here doing this for quite a while, and yeah, it's become home basically. Yeah, I think my timer on my Celeste is at like 150 hours on PS5, and I've also played it on Switch for God knows how long. Other places. So yeah. But as far as 6-Egg Golden, I mean, I've been on this for a few weeks now streaming. It's a lot of almost happy death day, and that you just repeat it over and over again. You know, and you wake up and you're like, oh wait, I'm back here again. But I like the game, and this is actually pretty fun, so there's kind of a chill to it. I got a little heated on Tuesday because I kept getting the last screen and then dying. But I've done that enough times thanks to Tuesday that now I don't even, like, it doesn't really even bother me. If I get really deep in or I get to the last screen and I die, it's like, I'll be back there eventually. Well, yeah, no, definitely. I would not be doing Golden runs if I didn't love Celeste or wasn't having fun. Even during the times, like in Hollow Knight and stuff, if I feel stuff while I'm being salty, or like, it's like, I'm still having fun. I will never do something if I've stopped having fun doing it. Like, that's just not how I work. I wouldn't have the focus. If I didn't if I wasn't having fun doing it, I would just be like, yeah, no, we're gonna play this now, guys. Just totally change the game. But yeah, currently I'm kind of doing Mondays and Wednesdays I've been doing my Hollow playthrough, which is still my first playthrough of the game. And then Tuesdays and Thursdays I've been working on golden runs on Celeste. Because... Ooh, that was scary. I got a little squirrely with the feather. The thing about the feather is it's already super... It's very, I don't know, really squirrely, very crazy with the steering, so those are already kind of a pain. So if you accidentally do what I just did and get out of the set pattern you're supposed to do with it, there I just didn't hit the pinball right, so I didn't get the distance. But it's very easy to steer yourself into oblivion. So yeah, me and the feathers, most of the time, like in places like this where you don't have to do a lot of steering, it's fine. But in some of the later stuffs, especially during the boss fight, it gets to be a little more painful. But yeah, I've done this so often, and now, like, it's like, even when I die, it's just like, okay, I'll just repeat, and I don't even think about it. So that's why I said, this place is pretty much my home now, in this game. I'm just here until further notice. But yes, it is fun, so... Come on. There we go. Thanks, Cook. Oh my god. You, duck here, stay duck. Do that, bash you. Boom! That's just for fun, though, the bounce off. You actually have to do that kind of a bounce off here, though, because otherwise you won't make the jump. You have to, like, boom. You have to time when you jump. It's not hard. It's very easy, actually, especially after you've done it enough. It's like, oh, you can practically do it sleeping. Same here, you have to do the same thing. Here you just hold on, and then you let go. What are you playing, sister? Oh, Tales of the Abyss. Oh, I should have known better, right? I should have known. I don't like to make assumptions, though, so figure I ask. Are you enjoying it? I imagine you are. I mean, being a big Tales fan, I know how you love the game, so... Yeah. Hey, I like to not make assumptions. You never know, right? She could be, like, playing Squirrel Fighter 3DX or something. I don't know. Fully made that up, obviously, but you know, you never know. Be some obscure title out there that... That's the next game, actually. Could you imagine? Announcement trailer happens, like, oh yeah, Squirrel Fighter 3DX. Just imagine the absolute ludicrous nature of that, right? That would be hilarious. There we go, that's how that's supposed to go. Normally it does go that way, sometimes I get distracted. This is all about the angles. You have to be angled perfectly, and I unfortunately have to use the stick to do it, and the stick can be a little weird sometimes. In many ways it's more reliable than the D-pad, but then in other ways it's definitely not more reliable. It depends on what you're doing. Also, if you remember, you can kind of let off, and then bam. Okay. Sup, Squawks? Oh, I didn't mean to scare you away. My bad. My bad, Squawks. I was just trying to dash. Hey, Granny. I've seen them. They know me. They know my face here all the time. Like, oh, you're doing it again. Like, yeah, Granny. Just keep talking. You're right. I am doing this again. You don't really want to leave. You like it here. Well, okay, yeah, I do actually. This is a cool level, but I would like to go to 7A gold at some point, you know? Sometime this century. Maybe, I don't know, maybe not. Maybe I do stay. Maybe all my Celeste streams become 6A golden forever streams, right? Maybe that's what we do. Maybe I do that and then just call it content, guys. You know what, though? I'm having fun with it, no matter how many times I go through it. And I'm also having fun chilling with y'all, so it all works out. Sometimes y'all be keeping me sane during some of these things, to be honest. Alright, Mega Kevin, let's do this. I need my Uber. You're the best Uber driver in the world. Get all the 5 stars every time. Also, you help me look cool whenever you're going like this, and I can just have my hair blowing like that. That's cool. But before I get into the boss fight, give me just a moment. Oh, tell Liam I said hello. Sorry, I had to step out and drinking coffee, man. It makes you feel clean shit. Tell him I say hi, though. Oh, Nightfall. That reminds me. Whenever I'm not doing this, I'm totally going back to play more Zone Zero today. Because I'm obsessed with that game. And also, I have a little time before I have to go to bed, you know. Get up at 3 in the morning for... That really just happened. Oh, one time I did that, and I actually died there, because I was like, wait, how'd I miss her? And then she, like, shot, like, right down on me. I was like, haha, what a noob. It's pretty funny, actually. It was on Tuesday, you know, a really long day of... It really is, bro. It's awesome, and then everybody's so incredibly hot in it, it's ridiculous. How many hottie anime characters can you just keep making, guys? Come on now. It's not gonna get me to spend my money on it, but I will definitely do all the things I need to do to get the stuff I need to free me. Come on now. Next banner. Next banner is gonna be good, man. I'm glad I actually skipped out on the first banner. Just kind of saved my stuff. Yeah, even the NPCs, guys. It's not fair. Go play Zone Zero. And no, I am not sponsored. This is just me being 100% like anime. Hey, yeah. I know. Alright, come on, shoot. Woo! Shoot your other one. Run here and poof. Now, come on, do it again. Poof. And then I hop that one. And then we bam. We do this again and again. Come on, just let me through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bam. 1, 2, dash, up, jump between, dash. You won't have time to get this off. Yeah, see? We're very familiar with each other battling. So just, like, let me through for once and stop making me come back. Or, well, I mean, I guess maybe we're friends. Maybe that's really what this is. You act like you don't want hugs, but maybe the power of friendship is happening, and that's why we keep coming back here. Because secretly, we're really good friends. 1, 2, jump between, dodge, hit her for the laser. Jump. 1, hit, dodge, wait, jump, drop. I say this to show you guys I am ridiculously familiar, and yet I keep dying here, right? Wall. Wall tells me I need to go toward the wall. Then I bounce, then I dash, then I go around, then I dash, then I lure her to do that, then I drop, and then I hit her. Now the 50-50 room. There is no strategy, it's just prayer. Prayer and flying like the devil. That's basically all this room is. Because this turn is extremely weird. Okay. Got through the 50-50 room. There is a strategy to this next room. Wait, jump, drop, bounce, hop, drop, hit, bam, slam. Thank you, ma'am. Here we are. Okay, we go to the next room. She shoots faster in this room. This first thing is the most dangerous part. Also, if you kind of mess that up, that's also scary, but that's not... It's still recoverable, though. Once you get into this room, you get her timed out on her patenting. It's a very doable thing. You just do. Now you... Boom. Make sure not to dash. Now you dash there. So... Now here, you just time out her laser watch. Boom. Now you keep your air cycles going. You go that. You do that. Make sure you land on this platform. Then you trick her into shooting at there. Dash. Hop dash. Dash. Now she's just going to talk to you. She won't do anything to you. She's literally not going to do. I've tested it in practice. Maybe it happens after an obscenely long time. But if you just sit here, she's just going to chow. She's not going to do anything. Next room, very dangerous. There is a almost 100% strategy for the next few rooms, but it's easy to panic. So it might happen. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But basically, don't get crushed. Dodge. Go down. Dodge. Jump. When you're close enough to her, it will suck you into her. So all you gotta do is jump up and dash up, and then just kind of hold right, and then you'll suck into her. Because all you gotta do is touch her. You don't actually have to dash in her. Here. See, I hit that, right? And it does happen, but basically you have to time that one perfectly. There's no easy way out of that one. You jump too early, you're not going to make it. You jump too late, you hit the spikes. That room's another one of those. It's not a 50-50 room. I make it more times than not. But it is a room that is very easy to fuck up. Now, if you get past that room, that's when you can start thinking, hey, maybe this is the room. And the only reason I say that room is because it can be kind of random. Sometimes you just miss time. Otherwise, you wake up. And hello, happy death day again. Wait, what? You know this game like the back? Oh, yeah, no, I'm just very familiar with this level. When you're doing golden runs and you're stuck on a level for a very long time, you know things. And I'm just telling you guys what's going on in my head whenever I'm quiet and just sitting here doing it. I'm telling myself all this stuff as it happens. So I was just saying it out loud so people could really understand. I'm not just doing random shit. There's actually a strategy going on there. And when I'm like really locked in and quiet, that's what's going on in my head. It's ridiculous. And that's why it's even more ridiculous I'm still on this level. I pretty much know it. But I just haven't strung together the last little bit for the run. I've come close a few times. I've made it to the last screen. And it's just... I don't have a sound strategy for the last screen because it's kind of weird. But I do have a sort of strategy. It's a bit more of a prayer room, kind of like the 50-50 room. Just kind of flying and praying the lasers don't murder you. But it's doable, you know. Yeah, I sometimes think it helps because when people see me repeat these forever, it helps to tell them that, hey, I am familiar with things, and I do know what I'm doing here, I swear. I promise, it may not look like it because I have to keep repeating the level, but I do know what I'm doing there. Like, even these runs, I know what I have strats meted out. Even when I die because I just whiffed something, it's like, oh, it's usually because I just whiffed something. It's not because, oh, I didn't know what I was doing. I am way too familiar. I'm probably more familiar with this level than I am any level in this entire game. And that's saying a lot because I was on Farewell for a long time. Now, I haven't done... Farewell Golden's its own thing, but just beating Farewell is... It's rough. It's awesome. It's my favorite level in the game, but that's... I'll explain that another time when we finally get back there. It's gonna be a while, by the way. Spoiler alert. But yeah, I'm very, very familiar with this area. Yeah, all these rooms you see me go through, these are rooms I used to be like antsy and kind of panic in and cause myself a lot of stupid deaths. Now, if I cause myself a stupid death, it's literally just because I just did something stupid. Like, whoops. Because, I'm human. I'm not gonna friggin'... I'll go through rooms I've done a billion times and still just accidentally do something. And it's important, I think, for people to see that kind of stuff, too, is just like, hey, no matter how familiar you are with a level or how good you are at something, you're gonna have your moments where you're just like, whoops. And that's okay to do. It's okay to have those moments. You don't have to be pro gaming genius person. Like, I am definitely not that. I would call myself decent at Celeste. I am not a Celeste pro or anything like that. I don't mean that in the humble brag way. I mean literally, I am just okay. I am decent. I'm decent. Obviously, I'm doing Golden, so I have to have some skill at it, but I am definitely not at the level I've seen some people, and I'm not just talking about world's best, I'm just talking about people in general be at. Like, some people have this stuff down to such a science, I'm like, man, that's goals right there. That's all it does is motivate me when I see people like that. I'm like, oh, that's good. Ooh, yeah. You know what, though? The Switch is such an awesome system, guys. I just want to put that out there. I love my Switch. I pretty much used to play it exclusively handheld. And then... Oh, okay. Look, My Name is Mayo is a brilliant trilogy, and I will not take that slander. I don't care what anyone says. It is a brilliant trilogy, okay? You just have to understand the artist's way of, gaming. It's beautiful. I say that as somebody who has plowed the whole trilogy because, A, obviously it's easy, but that's not why I did it. I actually genuinely thought the first game's humor was funny, and then I played the second one, and I thought that was great. The humor was spot on. And then by the time the third one released, I was actually looking forward to it. So you get all these people in, like, the the trophy, subreddits and shit talking shit, like, oh, you bunch of losers playing. I'm like, fuck you, man. Like, shit's hilarious. Go off with that shit. Like, My Name is Mayo is a beautiful game. It's a beautiful trilogy. I don't care what anyone says. And I will always be of that belief. So as much as it's fun to make jokes, and yeah, I make jokes about My Name is Mayo. It is actually a really funny trilogy. I guess you just have to have, like, it just has to hit your sense of humor, I guess. I mean, yeah, if you're not into the humor, then yeah, don't waste your time. But if you're a weirdo like me, you just like the humor, go for it. It's pretty fun times. Thanks, Mega Kevin. I know, I'm sorry I keep waking you up. He's like, I'm just trying to sleep, guy. Why do you keep waking me up for this shit? On the plus side, I give him all the best reviews, and he gets probably the most business from me repeating this. Have a nice day, Mega Kevin. Who knows? Maybe I won't come back to you this time, Mega Kevin. He's like, yeah, right. You're always coming back. I was like, probably for a while. You're probably right. Yeah. I actually really dig the soundtrack for this boss level. It's kind of nice. Music in this game in general is nice, but the boss level music, I just like it. Oh, look at that. It's almost like I have you timed out. Like I know exactly when your lasers are going to hit or something. And which times you do it super fast to try and throw me off. Which you only really do in certain rooms, so I'll have to sweat that right now. This is your normal pattern lasers. I can make you shoot things at certain angles that I could just be like, haha. I want your hair. I want your hairstyle routine. Why don't you just give it to me? Please. Like, I've been trying for, I don't know, I've lost track. Like, I always said if I beat this, she'd basically give me her cool hair tips. But she never does. She's always like, nah, not this time. You thought you had it this time, but nope. No hair care routine for you. And I even have long hair, so I could probably pull that off. I'd have to dye it a little bit, but that's fine. Who doesn't like that? I could rock it. The way she got her hair going is, man. You know, I accidentally dashed. I was trying to drop and dash. I know, right? I got blinded by the hair care routine, guys. I'm sorry. This is why I don't talk about her hair whenever I'm doing it, because sometimes, you know, I think I drop it. I didn't drop it, and then I dash, and then once you do that, you're screwed, because, I mean, you don't have a dash. What am I going to do, right? I need that dash for that specific area. I just want to know that she rocks it so well like that. Bro. Battling, give me your badass hair care tips. That was wild. Almost messed up the feather flying there. And when you mess up the feather flying, there's a 99.9% chance you're gonna get dead. I mean, it wouldn't have been the worst thing. I'm literally at the beginning of the level, so it's not like I would have been like, oh no, my poor soul, I'll never recover. It wouldn't have been one of those, you know. It'd have just been like, yeah, cool. Whee! Yeah, sometimes I make goofs. It happens. Obviously, I wouldn't still be on 6A Golden if I didn't goof sometimes. Sometimes I don't even goof. It just happens. It's like, damn, I just didn't execute right. The boss place is such a long boss fight. It's very easy to do that. But it's also a fun boss fight, so I can't be too angry at it. If this level wasn't so fun to, like, move around in, I think it would be more painful. But because of the nature of the variety of ways you get around and traverse things, for me at least, it's like, no, I dig this. That's cool. What you playing, little dude? What you playing, or are you watching YouTube? Aww. Really? Started from the buzz cut? I mean, I had pretty long hair, man. Like, and now I've been letting it grow up for the past years, and it's getting, like, ridiculous. It's getting back to almost my old high school levels along, where everybody would joke around and call me Jesus because of my hair. And beard combo. That's really funny. But, yeah, it's almost that length. I like my hair longer. I would usually shave it during the summer, because, you know, California summer gets ridiculous, but I don't know. I was like, screw it. Yeah, no worries, sister. Thanks for joining for a little bit. I appreciate you, and I hope the rest of your day is great. And good luck on your next stream. Yeah, no problem. Really, Nightfall. I think I'm gonna trim it until... I'm not gonna... Oh, yeah. I haven't trimmed it in a year or two either. Usually I would have done it by, like, last summer, and I just stopped. I was like, nah, my hair can grow out for a while. It doesn't mean I would never do it again, just, you know, I'm not in a hurry to shave it. Or to trim it. But I would do like you would normally. I would normally, like, just straight up buzz cut it until, you know, just for summer's sake, but not anymore. My hair's just gonna stay long. Plus, since I started doing truck, it was like I wasn't out at a hot enough. I mean, it could be warm on hottest days. It would still be 90 in the morning if, like, say we had a 120 day or something. But it was like, it's not like I'm out in the exact direct sunlight until like that morning usually. So yeah. And yeah, I think today's like 105, but that's normal summer weather. I can deal with that. It's when it starts to become like 110 up, it starts to get ridiculous, or near 120 like it was there for a while at the beginning of summer. That's when I start to be like, what the fuck? Why? Let me see what you said. There you go. Yeah, I got you. Makes sense. That's kind of your jam. Anytime a game has that whole theme, you're like all about it. You'll at least give it a shot, if nothing else. You know what was a really good anime I kind of miss? Samurai Champloo. That was a good time. Another one that's not samurai related that I really enjoyed was Outlaw Star. Bum 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 bum. Here we are again, my friend. I want your hair carotene. You're just not wanting to give me hugs. And I feel that's kind of mean. She's like, don't you realize we're in the post-COVID, we're in the COVID times. We don't want a hug. Bro. Come on now. We can talk. We can be friends. I know, right? Samurai Champloo's amazing. I also really liked LL Star. That was a good one. But yeah, as far as Samurai anime go, yeah, Samurai Champloo is just freaking cool. I'm also a really big fan of, even though it was a very short series because of the budget being so ridiculous, I really liked Afro Samurai. That was a really good one. You should watch All Star if you get a chance. It's really good. I mean, if you ever get a chance to watch, at least give it a shot. It's pretty good. And it's short. It's only like, I think, 24, 25 episodes long or something. And it tells the whole story in that time. It's not, I'm going to continue on for multiple arcs or seasons kind of deal. It's not trying to One Piece it out here. Or Bleach. Which I love Bleach, don't get me wrong. It's like one of my favorite anime. But at the same time, we're only just now finally getting close to the end of the whole actual proper story of Bleach. You know? So it's like, yeah. Sometimes I prefer the shorter anime that tell a whole cohesive story and not, you know, I don't have to worry about piecing stuff together or waiting 18 years just to get part of the anime done. Yes, that is a bit of a subtle joke at One Piece over there. They're absolutely ridiculously lengthy arcs, and the many times you think it's almost over, that creator's like, oh, we haven't even finished like a quarter of it, what are you talking about? It's like, oh bro, I respect your mad storytelling game, but I gotta see how this ends before, you know, sometime in my lifetime, hopefully. I don't want to wait 5 lifetimes to find out, oh, he finally finished it. You know? Bro out here, wall. Okay. Bro's out here, doing crazy stuff. Crazy types of story. He's like telling the tale of his people, pretty much it feels like. Just, bro is telling the history of the entirety of One Piece. And the world as a whole, it feels like sometimes. Oh, he's finally actually almost done, for real? I'll believe it when I see it. He'll get to, oh, we're on our last arc, and they're like, actually, I was inspired by a dream the other night, and now we're only 1/4 of the way through the whole story. Could you imagine, bro? Okay, last saga, not arc, gotcha. Remember where you're at here. I know we're talking about anime, but I still gotta... I really need to remember where I'm at, you know? I sometimes forget. Because I have it patterned out, but then sometimes I'm like, wait, what was I doing? I'm talking to me. You guys continue to talk about anime. I was just talking to myself. Yeah, you do kind of wonder, huh? Y'all know, like, you guys could be, like, it could be 20 years. The last saga could be, like, 20 years long for all we know. What if his last saga is a 50-year-long journey? In real time. You know, it'd be kind of wild. Never underestimate how long... Yeah, well, thank God you're only 19, yeah. Kind of like the rest of us who have to wait forever and pray that, you know... Well, that was lucky. I really thought we got hit there. Some of this requires just a little bit of patience, too. I messed that up a little bit, but whatever. Let's do this. Let's go! We did it, guys. We did it. That's 6A golden. That was it collected. We did it. Oh my god, we did it, guys. Oh my god. It feels so fucking good, guys. I'm not even gonna mince words. Forget my language, son, but I'm happy. Oh my god. Oh, it feels good. Hey, we finally get our hair care routine. That's my headcanon. She doesn't actually give that to us in the story. Fine, you win. I could skip this, but I'm shaking right now. I'm so happy. I guess you don't need me after all. If you want me to go away, I'll try. That's not what I want. I need your help now more than ever. I need that hair care routine. Let's work together, and we'll style ourselves the best that could possibly be. I don't know. That's yeah, we can work together, and it's actually pretty damn cool because then we get the double. Yeah, it's a really, really helpful power. No, we're not joking. We're friends now. We already cashed the golden strawberry. We can continue this golden journey together. We don't have to stop being friends. That's what I was trying to tell you. We didn't have to keep repeating this 6A. Because we can go together and get the rest of the goldens. It's okay. Well, you know, the early parts of B and C, you obviously don't have her again. But then we get you back again after 6, B, and C. So it's all good. We'll have her ups and downs. And then Farewell, we kind of split. But that's kind of because Madeline kind of loses it a bit. So we'll just... Yeah, we're being friends right now, though. Look at this. Oh, friendship. The power of friendship. Oh my god, we did it, guys. Oh, it feels so fucking good. It was amazing, though. Oh, I'm not even sure what... It feels weird. Yeah, now we get the cool power. We can do this. Boom, boom, we get double dash. See that? Like Mario Kart out here, double dash. That's a very useful mechanic, especially later on. Oh my god. Yes, we fucking did it, and it's beautiful. I will still practice 7A golden a bit today, but I just feel happy that we're only a little over an hour in, and we did it, guys. Like, that fucking feels good. After all the struggle we've done the past few weeks, it feels amazing. Oh, this is something else I like to do, watch. I know, it feels so fucking good. Look at that. And then the music, it just feels right, guys. Yeah, normally I'd skip all this, but I'm just gonna let her have it. It just feels good. I'm just relishing in this. This is gonna help me sleep so well tonight. I'm gonna go to sleep for chocolate and just, it's gonna feel so good. Because sometimes when I do things like that, like when I overcome the super hard gaming challenges for me or things I'm stuck on, I'm just like, that night, I'm just like, I sleep so well. It's just like, this feels good. It feels good. I literally dreamt about this shit so much. So many times I played through my head, oh, you messed up there, but what if you did this? And it's like, we did it. That's why I was like, whenever, right before I went to that room, I knew it was coming up. I was like, no, we got this, we're gonna do this. I just threw myself in. I was like, I cannot overthink it, because just gotta let the hands do what they're gonna do, because if you start thinking about it, you make those mistakes. And I almost slipped up at one point toward the end, but then I realized, oh, I can just time her out still, so it's good. Because they're lasers. It's very easy. I know you can see it there, because a lot of y'all are seeing this, and it's like, some of you haven't seen me in that last room, so it's like it's very easy for her to get that laser time perfectly with you on any one of them feathers, but especially the one going down on the slope to go up. There's plenty of times you can get to that feather right as she's shooting, or you get it and she shoots, but you kind of have to angle up and you have no choice, and then you're running right into a laser. Like, it's very easy to do in that room. But thankfully, for once, that didn't happen. And also, I didn't spaz jump into a laser like I did one time on Tuesday, where I actually avoided the hard part and accidentally spaz jumped because I was so panicky. It's bad when I get close to the end and I can feel my hands shaking while I'm trying to do it. Like, the controller's like, what? Because I'm like, oh, fuck, let's just do it. So, yeah, whenever I went to that room, that's why I was like, let's just do this, and I just kind of ignored my fucking brain and was like, we're just gonna fly. Which, in its own way, is a lot more exhilarating, because it's like, oh shit, you fucking do it. And I knew whenever I got up to the part where you just have to dash down the tramp, I was like, we got this. Because now all the hard parts are out of the way. You literally just timer laser, dash, hit the trampoline, and once you hit the trampoline, bam, you're in there. And then she finally lets it go and joins you, and you get the double dash, and that's just an amazing fucking feeling. In fact, this feels so fucking good. Like, I mean, they all feel good, but this one hits special because I've been on it for so long. But no, I want to say thank you, because, you know, y'all chatting and hanging with me, especially those of you who have sat here pretty much the entirety of my journey, even back whenever I was starting just playing Celeste normal, before I even decided I was going to do a B-side or C-side or do Goldens. People who, Devo especially, like, taught me so much stuff. Pointed out obvious things sometimes, like on Farewell, when I would sit there and there was a feather above my head and I was trying to do this one room the super hard way. Or it was the bird. It was above my head that could launch me, and I tried to do it annually. I almost did it, weirdly. But it was like, there's the bird. I was like, oh. And then all the tech they taught me to get through chat. You guys have been really good about, like, just teaching me things. Especially those you would, like, knowledge is less. Just teaching me tech, like the shortcut in 5A I got because of your tech. Like, I learned new tech just to do that, and it worked. This beautiful thing about this game is there's a lot of different tech, and every time you think you learned everything, there's always something new to learn, and then it's just cool. And some of it, in the case of Farewell, where like speedrunners came up with their own tech, and then the devs liked it so much they incorporated it into the level, into the game. And if you're ever speedrunning, wave dashing is very handy. We're a long way from finishing gold, so obviously I will always be playing lots of Celeste in some manner on my stream. But the game means a lot to me, so when we finally finish, maybe even before that, when we're doing like Farewell Golden, because that's going to take a long time, I will probably do like casual at first, like speedruns, just to kind of see how fast I can get through at least the first 7. And then maybe eventually we'll up it and see how fast we can get through the first, like, all the levels. Yeah, but thank you guys so much. It's so appreciative. I'm not leaving yet. I'm going to practice 7A for a while. I've got plenty of stream left. I just wanted to take this time while this is going on to say, seriously, guys, you guys get me focused so much. There's so much stuff going on, you know. You guys have always been there, and I appreciate y'all, because, like, you know, life's not always easy, and, you know, right now, finding out the other day that, oh, your store's closing, so now you gotta go find something else to do in the meantime, and, you know, doing stuff like this, though, it's really, like, been really good for my mental health, and I really enjoy doing it. Bless you, son. I really enjoy doing it, and it's just, like, to have people who enjoy watching me die again and again and the same stuff, I appreciate that. Like, it means a lot, because it's cool. I would be doing this anyway, regardless, and the whole idea with streaming, other than that, it's chill and it's fun for me. Thanks, Nightfall. It's just that I would be doing this anyway. Why not stream it, you know? I do these challenge runs in my own time anyway. Like, this is my first time trying Golden since last, but, like, just, I'm always looking for something. You ask Nightfall, I'm always telling him about crazy freaking lists of things I have just planned out in general as before I was back to streaming. It's like, you know, now that my internet's fixed and I can properly stream again, I did not realize how much it really meant to be able to do that, because I started originally with Last of Us 2 whole game grounded permadeath way forever back, and then I stopped for about 3 years because my internet just wasn't having it. Well, we finally got that stuff fixed. Oh, and I'm gonna get back to that Nightfall. I do plan on doing The Last of Us Part 1 and 2. Full game grounded permadeath at some point. But that's for later. I just I do practice that off stream a lot, but like yeah, it means a lot to me, guys. I appreciate you all, especially hanging with me, because you know, like Hollow Knight, especially, that's a game that you know I tend to get a little tilted on, and that's not normally like me, but you know, it's Hollow Knight, and it's become very obvious the devs like to troll you sometimes, um, which I both respect, but then sometimes it can be a little frustrating. Yeah, just you guys always kept me there, and then you guys chat with me, and it kind of calmed me down. I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. Chill, but yeah, I'm glad you guys are here to actually see me get through 6 gold. I'm glad it wasn't one of those times where I did it like on a weird hour where nobody was able to be there. And yeah, you can see the VODs, but you know, it really hits different when y'all are here with me. So thank y'all. Now that we've got that done and say I only have the one because on this file I haven't gone back. I haven't gone back and gotten all the normal strawberries, and I'll show you why. Just give me a sec. So on this one, you see I have all the normal strawberries. It's because this was before I was streaming. This was just something I was doing in my own time I wanted to do. Like I told you guys, I like to do this stuff anyway. And I had already done it, so by the time I was doing this, I originally was just doing a more normal playthrough. I haven't gone back to get them. I will eventually get them so I can have the normal strawberries stamp again. So it's not like, you know, oh look at you, you got them all here, but why didn't you bother getting all the strawberries here, you know? Damn, I just looked. Look at that time. Because this one I basically just use for practice now. I don't actually play it as actively. That was just a casual speedrun for opening to like to through chapter 7. I didn't do 8 or farewell on that one. I will delete that and do it again whenever I do speedruns more regularly. But yeah, so anyways, I will go back. I know it's kind of been bothering me too. Like, why do you have these goldens? Because I've been asked about it before by people who just pop in, like, hey, why are you going after goldens? You only have the normal strawberries. It's because I've done the normal strawberries before. I just haven't gone back to do it on this file. That's all. But yeah, so that's why I only have the one. But I did have the coolest strawberry, to be fair, on this level. It's literally the one, the biggest. So now 7A. This is all practice, guys. Don't worry, I'm not setting expectations as magically get 7A today. I'm just gonna start the practice runs, you know how it goes. And we'll start here. I don't care if it's just an intro thing. But the music gets me amped in this. But actually, my favorite soundtrack is 7B and 7C. That one, it had me wanting to just tear up the mountain. I was like, oh yeah. So yeah, let's grab the strawberry and get going. See if I remember how to do this. I haven't had double dash in so long since I've started doing these runs that it's just like, whoa. And as you guys are going to see, some of you especially who are not used to seeing it be this way, there's some crazy stuff when you climb in the mountain. Like, they want some crazy stuff out of you sometimes. See if I remember this well enough to pull it off. There we go. I haven't touched 7 in so long since I started doing the golden runs that it feels weird having the double dash again. So forgive me if it's a little weird that I'm, you know, just now being like, oh yeah, there we go. This is going to take a lot of practice. I always like this mechanic of it too. There's actually an emerald thing over there if you're going for all the stuff that I've already done all that. Let's get this. They're basically just chatting, hey, we got this, we didn't hang out that. Maybe it isn't as hard as we thought, you know, that kind of deal. They're pepping each other up, they're getting each other going. They're like, oh yeah, hell yeah, we got this. Whee! I always like the 7s. Yeah, fuck them cutscenes. I always like 7 in general, like I really do. It's just a fun time. But yeah, I kind of messed that up with me. almost. Oop. No, we can still fix this. Ah, I didn't fix that. Okay. But yeah, so I only went through that last one because I really wanted to tell you guys, like, I say it, I do a lot, but, like, don't you guys understand the gravity of how much I appreciate you all, and how much y'all mean to me, and how much you really help motivate me on a lot of this stuff. There are some challenges I've overcome, like Farewell, for example. There were times I was like, there's no way, and I was like, how do we even think about starting to try and do that? And I got through it with a lot of y'all's help. Some of y'all giving me some pretty solid tips, but even just in general, you know, it's just when I had the stuff down, but I was still like, what the hell? How am I expected to do this? Y'all are right there, like, nah, you got this. You can do it. And then because of y'all, I was able to blast through Farewell in about a week, I want to say, roughly a week with streams, and which is pretty good for somebody doing their first try on that. Like that, but there was some stuff that I was really like, oh my god. But, you know, we're like, nah, you can do it. And what's funny about that is, yeah, this is going to take a lot of practice, guys. Just expect it. But I also went in knowing it went. It just feels good to be out of 6A Golden for a bit. Which is funny, because I will eventually go back on my other file off stream and just do all that stuff anyway, so. When you hit the trampolines, thankfully it recharges your stuff, so if I kind of do that, it's okay. There we go, that's how that's supposed to work. Oh no! Well, thankfully there's that. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I try not to get too, like, mushy gushy, oh thank you, but you know, I think it's important to let people know you do appreciate it. Especially y'all be hanging out with me all the time like this. Like, I do, it means a lot. I didn't come into this with any kind of expectations, believe me. When I started, it was like, cool, it'd be nice to get back to streaming because like, it's just fun for me. But then, like, I met all y'all, and it's been really cool. And yeah, some of you I've known for a while, but there are a lot of y'all I haven't, and it just feels good to kind of, you know, have that, you know, get to know y'all. Without opportunity. I'm curious about something. Because I don't remember all my pathings and ways, so. Okay, that's a strawberry. I think this is too, isn't it? Heck yeah! I don't know, maybe it isn't. Yep. Forgot to grab. Yeah, I do. Also, I really like watching your Zen the Zone Zero streams, and also I really enjoy, like, just that, you know, you're able to kind of take streaming a little more chill and casually now. You know, because I know you enjoyed streaming, I got that, but I also knew you put a lot of pressure on yourself, so. As, you know, we all tend to do sometimes, especially streaming. Even I have times where I'm like, oh shit, man, how many times are you gonna watch me re-go through, you know, for example, 6A, before they're gonna be like, okay, I can't keep watching the same level forever. But no, y'all have always stuck out with me. So I appreciate y'all. I do have plans to, like the late night scream stuff, like those streams, the late night ones, those are a bit more random. But now that I'm going to be, you know, obviously we're closing for store and stuff, I'll probably do them a bit more often. A lot of it's a vibe thing. Like if I'm feeling okay, like awake enough. Like last night I was going to do one, but then I was like, nah, I'm actually kind of tired, so I'll just stop. Which paid off, obviously. Yep, I call them the late night screams. Or late night scream instead of late night stream, but it's because A, I have insomnia. So I'm often up at a weird hour anyway. But B, you know, I really love horror games, so even though technically my first foray into it was more based off an, you know, puzzle or based off RE4, but wasn't actually a horror game. I don't want to limit it to horror, but most of what I'll be doing on there is horror. And rather than waiting till October to do that stuff, I just want to be able to do that stuff with y'all ahead of time. Sweet, Loke. How you doing? Get the editing done, huh? Look where we're at. Oh my god. Imagine that. Almost like we're no longer on 6-side golden. Oh my... What? What? When did that happen? I don't know. No, you're good. I'm glad. I hope editing went well for you. I didn't wait for it. See, that's something you gotta be careful about. If you don't wait for it to actually say skip cutscene. Oh, you made yourself chuckle at your own misery. Well, that's the best way to get through editing, right? That's how you edit. You gotta laugh. Like just now, where I accidentally hit retry and it booted me at the beginning of the level. I mean, you always gotta make sure it actually says skip cutscene before you press the button. Some places it's obvious it's gonna do that almost immediately, and other places not so much, and then you wind up doing something silly like I did where you literally just yeeted yourself back to the start of the level. Whee! Whee! Bonk, bonk. Oh, dang, you really got that edited down. Holy crap. That's freaking amazing. Okay, let's make sure we're actually in the cut. There we go. Wow, nice. Wow. So, are you actively practicing Farewell Golden, or have you kind of let that be for now? Just out of curiosity, because I know you're doing a lot of the user-created, like, stuff for PC, like the user-created levels. On and off. No, understandably, like, definitely don't pressure yourself into doing it immediately or anything. Oop! Okay, you have... Okay, yeah. Yeah, I think I remember you explaining that, and how sometimes it would get kind of tedious, because you would have that half down, basically, and then you would mess up later, and it was like, oh, I gotta go all the way back. And let's be real, Farewell is not a short level. It is quite literally the longest level in the game, so... And it's not even close. Like, it's easily the longest. They really went all out with that DLC, too. Which I thought was cool. I thought it was cool that they gave it to people. They didn't charge for it. Considering all the time and effort they put into it, I'm almost surprised. I know a lot of people would have taken advantage of it. And then that's fine. I would have bought it if they had charged because it's quality. But, you know, I thought it was cool that they just kind of gave it to us. Considering how hard it is, like... Ugh. That's something. Okay, do that. Bam. 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 Bam, bam, thinking, bam. Bam. Get some water while I'm waiting. Just to make 1,000,000,000% sure. Well, dude, let me know when you get hungry, okay? It's only 10 just now, but just let me know when you get hungry, okay? I'll get you some breakfast. I mean, I know you know this, but I like to remind you sometimes so I don't get wrapped up in what you're doing. Yeah, it's easy to forget. But oh yeah, it's as late as it is. I mean, it's early right now, but relatively speaking. Other circumstances, sometimes it's a little later. Do 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 do. There we go. Okay, let's try this without crushing ourselves. Like a dingus. There we go. Yes. There we go. Oh. Damn it, I forgot how to do this. I think you're supposed to launch through and not even use your boost until later, so it's just been a while. Been a while since I've done this level at all. So let's try to golden it. Never. But the beauty of practice is there's really no pressure on myself right now. Just kind of feeling out the level. And still relishing in finally getting past 6A golden. Honestly, like internally, I just kind of feel nice calm from that. Feels like all that crazy stuff I tried to do on Tuesday with practice actually paid off. Even if I didn't quite get it Tuesday, it feels good to end the week on a high note that way, I guess. Yeah, there's always a chance I could do a late night stream. But as far as official streams go, this is the last one for the week, obviously. Until Monday. So I try. And plus, my work schedule is going to be a little all over the place because obviously there's no more truck shifts. They're trying to close down stores, so they're going to have me at weird, random shifts, so I don't know when I'm going to be doing things or not doing things. So what my schedule is going to look like until we close, so I don't know. I imagine it'd be a lot of closing shifts knowing what I used to do whenever I wasn't doing truck so much. Like before I started doing truck, so we'll see. So I'll obviously let you guys know as I know more, but regardless, I'll have a lot of time to say anyway, so bum, 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 bum. Ha! The game is not myself, folks. Okay. So, too squirrely. The double dash is fine, I'm steering it weirdly. It's not a ability issue, it's a me issue. Actually, the double dash is one of the most consistent things in the game, in my opinion. It's part of why I like the abilities so much, but they really make you earn it. Which makes it feel so much better once you start getting used to it. But then at the same time, they start to throw things at you that you're like, holy moly. Nothing so much base game as later on when you hit farewell, but they do throw some weird curveballs at you in base game too, so. Yeah, okay. Okay, let's remember there's spikes right here. I got so excited I didn't bother dodging over them last time. Oh. Getting the hang of that. Yes, we are. Yes, we are battling. Oh. Sorry guys, I cannot give you the crazy tutorial I gave you on 6A because I'm not used to this level yet. It's been a while since I even played it, much less had to try and do that. So I can't be like, oh, you just do this to this to that to that. It's like, no. Just feeling it out. Can't strategy guide it yet. Eventually I'll be able to probably, but before I'm actually through with the level itself. There's no bosses at the end. The boss of this level is basically getting to the top of the mountain. The mountain itself, I guess, is the boss of this one. There's no crazy, outlandish end of the level boss fight. But there is a lot of dangerous climbing that can kill you very easily if you aren't careful, especially toward the end. Which sucks because at the very end, it's like, dang bro, you're like right there. And some of the last few meters are, well, let's just say it's very easy to whiff and go back to being a level. But I feel like because there's no boss fight, once you get the hang of the level itself, it probably won't be as bad as doing 6. Because, yeah, it's longer, there are a lot of really complicated sections, but, you know, you don't have a boss fight at the end that's like half the level long, basically. that isn't 816. I actually really like that boss fight, but I don't know, it just adds another level of pressure. Kind of like in 3A, that's another long level with a boss fight at the end. Causes problems, so. Oh yeah, we'll go this way. I need to come up with a more sound strategy for that, because I don't have one yet. Oh, yeah, you grab on, then you jump around through it, and then you can double dash up. Yeah, okay. It's starting to come back to me. Man, this feels weird, guys. I got so used to doing 6A that I'm like, wait, is this even real? But it is. It is real. Also, shout out to Loaf, because they turned a 50-50 rim for me of 6A Golden into a damn near 100% rim, because all because of like telling me, hey, you hit this pinball, you dash into it, you'll go further, you can skip the whole awkward jump. That saved me so much trouble, because a lot of my runs would end. And if I was still dealing with that rim being a 50-50 rim, this would have been such an even longer journey. And I probably would have been more frustrated with that part, or with that level of the whole. Whee! Goodness. We're getting there. We are. Because each of these areas, as you go up higher, they all take elements from different levels that you should be used to by now. But they mix them up just enough to kind of make them a little trickier. I can just be calm there, I'd be fine. God damn it, that's not what I meant to do! I panicked. I imagine once I do it enough, I'll eventually just not have to think about it. But, until we get to the point, I will have to think about it. I mean, don't get me wrong, the soundtrack on this level is pretty awesome, but I just have a love for 7B soundtrack. It's even better. We'll just put it that way. Another soundtrack that's really good is 5B. Technically, when I say 5B, it's 5B and C because they both have the same soundtrack, but basically the alternative track to the levels. You only get B and C sides. The reason 5B and C's are nice is because it's all really nice jazz. But 7B and C just have this really good track that it really motivates. The track itself has me like really want to go up. But this one's a little more peaceful, but track in 7B and C, it builds, but it builds so well that by the end I'm just like, yeah, let's go get this man. It just feels so good. I'll probably be able to get there. It'd be nice to do it at some point. You guys can hear yourself. I mean, a lot of y'all who play Celeste already know. Wee. What? You like that? Wee. Just launch up in the sky. It's gonna be a little hotter today. Still normal summer hot, but it's gonna be like I think 105 or something. So make sure you keep hydrated a little bit. I know you're inside. I know we're in the AC, but still, important to keep hydrated.